Hey everyone, Corey here coming in to do the end of the year energy update. And this one is going to be for those born under the sign of Leo. Please remember this does not replace any medical psychological advice that you've ever been given. This is to be taken as entertainment. But if you have not listened to the previous full year energy update, I do suggest you go back and listen to that as well. There is a playlist that has all 12 zodiac signs. So this is from now, from September, all the way into the beginning of the end of December, beginning of January, when the new ones for 2025 will be released. So this is a bit of a catch up, a bit of an add on, or maybe a bit of a validation, depending on what was in your zodiac 24 2024 energy update. I don't have them on me. I'm not sure exactly what they are, but they're there. So, for my Leos, I want to say sunshine and rainbows. Like that's I just keep getting sunshine, butterflies, and rainbows. That and we're in fall, so we don't see a whole lot of rainbows and we don't see a whole lot of butterflies in this time of the year. So this feels like there is an up leveling of energy that's coming in for my Leos. Now, I do also want to bring in that if you're cross watching and you have another zodiac sign, like if there's another zodiac sign that really is resonating with you, and when you're cross watching, it could be these are for the sun sign, but if it ties into like your north node, your south node, your midheaven, your um your moon sign, something that just feels could be your Jupiter, could be any part that's really resonating with you, then listen and just take the message that really resonates with you. So if you have never downloaded your natal chart, go download your natal chart as well. I use Cafe Astrology, um, Cafe Astro, Astro Cafe, Cafe Astro, I think it is. I use theirs and I download, but I also use my own. I also use an app to download my own wheels when I am doing forecast readings and stuff for people as well. But I'm not an astrologer. But I've learned a few things about astrology over the past few years and done some little classes. So what I'm doing is I am visually seeing the energy and bringing forth the messages of the collective energy that's coming in for Leo. So sunshine, butterflies, sunshine, rainbows, and butterflies. So I do feel like there is some sort of up leveling energy, really feeling like stepping into the golden path or the golden opportunities that may arise. So this coming phase of the year, it's a really good time to put plans into action. It's really a time to really truly step back into a sense of knowing who you are and what you are. If you've kind of been too busy being sidetracked or too busy caught up in the isms of life, I feel like put everything down, put everything aside, and make you and your future your priority, whatever that may mean, whatever it is that has stolen or taken your attention that you've gotten distracted or away from. What's important is that this is the time to get back on track. It's time to get back in to the flow. Now, I feel like for some of my Leos, you may be taking some unexpected trips. It might be a sudden holiday, or it might be a need to do travel for work. It could also be for a family gathering, whatever it is. I feel like there's like looking at your clock and your planner and just going, do I have time for this? Will it work? And you just have to make it work, is what it feels like. Just make it work. Whatever the reason is, I don't know, but I feel like you're really making it work. And even if obstacles or feel like they're appearing or challenges or look like they're coming up, they're not going to get in the way. You're going to be able to make your way through, make things happen. It's going to happen. Things are going to take place. All those obstacles and challenges and blocks that feel like they're in the way are just being resolved or cleared. Like the path is clear, and the path is being cleared for forward movement for Leo in the end of 2024. It almost feels like you kind of can't go wrong. That's what it feels like for me. It's like you can't go wrong if you're putting something into action. It's you There's a sense that it really feels aligned. And now this is the collective energy. This is not a personal one-on-one. So if you got some challenges going on, you're going, yeah, right, things are not going to work out. Um, Maybe just start believing in yourself a little bit more. Start believing in yourself. Start believing in the power of that you have within you, that if you see things as change, you see things as happening, know that they are happening. They are changing. Things are moving. I do. Things are moving. Um, and if you have been waiting for some results to come in, waiting for some results. I keep getting results. If you're waiting for some results to come in or some tests to come back or some final paperwork to be returned, I feel as if things are for many of you, things are going to be working out in your favor. Feel like I keep hearing a little good news. There's a little good news coming in, a little good news. You're getting some good news about something. There's some good news. I keep seeing it on paper. So it could be something that's something that you've either signed or a report. It feels very report-like for me. So there is some sort of reports that are coming back or waiting for like the final result or the final answer of something. And things feel like they are coming back with solid yeses or a sense of things working out and things are working out in your favor moving forward. Mind. Don't getting stuck in your head, it feels like. There is some sense of awakening to a new awareness. So if you've been someone who's been struggling in a difficult situation, whether it's work or relationship, something that has come to the surface and you don't seem to be getting clarity or a resolve or the answers, I feel like there is things being revealed, secrets finally coming up and out, and truths appearing. And you're getting to have some sort of answer, clarity, but really, truly, what you've been thinking, what's been happening is not in your head. It's not in your head. You haven't been making it up. There is truth there. And it just feels like there is something that gets validated, something that comes to light or this revelation and solved. So finding some sort of peace is what's coming up. I'm feeling, sensing peace. I don't know why my neck just got cold. I got shivers down my spine when I just got that. So I don't know if some of my Leo energy is there has been some deceit or betrayal or narcissistic energy that's been around some of my Leo. And you've been trying to either hold on or just trying to keep the peace, trying to just trying to see the positive. But now it's like this turning point. There's a pivotal turning point that's just coming up that just, I don't know, there's some shady people that can be kind of has been influencing or playing with the Leo energy. And I just feel like you're finally standing up and taking like a roar, is what it feels like. Taking a stand, standing up. And if you're the opposite end of that, and if you are that other person who has been having some narcissistic tendencies, um, holding back, keeping secrets, because it's not always, you're not always the innocent, right? If you're the person who has been doing that, there is there is something coming up that just says you're finally going to have truth revealed so that there is some sort of set free because you're harboring, holding on to, and carrying a lot of either guilt or shame. And once it's out, it's like there is a breath of fresh air, like you can breathe by letting it out. So either which way, whether you're on the victim side or you are the person that's causing this, whichever one you may be, whichever story this may be for you, that there is finally it coming to the light finally lets there be some sort of freedom. You can then finally make uh, a clear path or clear decisions, and I just see a big healing. I just see big healing, whatever it may be. It leads to some sort of big healing, some sort of um, resolution. I just keep getting a resolution. It doesn't mean it's an easy journey. It means for some of my Leos, you're going to be stepping into a massive, massive healing, whether it's in a partnership or just individual. But there is some sort of massive healing that brings you to new truths and starts to let the light into your life. Like I just see a light coming on. I see peace coming in and being able to make peace and being able to receive the healing brings you closer to a sense of contentment and peace moving forward. And I can't tell you exactly what it looks like on the other side of that, just that moving forward, you become more of the person you need to be to move forward, that you get to be more of the person you need to be. So the pressure there is like something is breathing down your neck to pushing you forward. It's like the angels, the guides are breathing down your neck so that you can finally get to that point of where you can resolve these things and pushing you in to speak a truth, to tell a truth, and to finally be honest with yourself. And whichever spectrum, it's still being honest with self. And so betrayal stories break apart and crumble. And that's in the collective energy of Leo. So, because there is that return to an authenticity that's coming in, that is so important for Leo energy. Now, for some of my Leo, I do see um, a, not really a change in partnership, but some relationships that just seem to feels like you have tried everything to make things work, and finally making those decisions to break free, to break apart, to try even um, a temporary um, separation, whatever that may be. And it doesn't mean it doesn't come back. It could possibly come back, or it's just a done deal. It's like this is the end of the road, and I feel like by November you're really finding out whether or not this is going to be your path. And then on the spectrum of moving into a relationship, for my singles, there is the opportunity um of an emotional a healthy emotional relationship. So there's an opportunity, and so whether it becomes a soulmate that becomes partner or becomes just a really good friend, but it is a relationship that allows you to know what it's like to be in a healthy emotional relationship, what it means to be able to communicate, to open up the doors of communication, to not have to hide your feelings, but to be able to speak those feelings. So for my singles, for people who are craving that sort of emotional relationship, it is there. I see it as a possibility. I see it as something that is coming in, and something that gives you the opportunity to speak. I keep feeling very uncomfortable. So there's a journey to the unknown for some of my Leos that feels very uncomfortable. Feels like you're in new skin, new body. You don't know what to do. I'm in fall clothes. Maybe I'm in my long sleeve shirts and stuff like that. So that could be it. No, no, I'm joking. It's what it is there is a path into this unknown where it feels uncomfortable. So for some of you, there is a new opportunity. There's a new path. It could be new relationships. It could be a new job, but somewhere where you have to learn something new and you're not in your element. And this is a good thing. This is not a bad thing. It's very good to be a little bit uncomfortable, to not to fear the comfortable aspects of life sometimes, because that means you're walking a new way. You're walking a path you have not yet been. So you are walking a new path. You are taking a new journey. You are traveling into some new ways. Now, for some of you, you're walking deeper and deeper into the systems of life, is what I feel like. And others, you're breaking out of the systems. And you're really seeing a real odd kind of phenomenon happening right now in the world, where people are really trying to break away from the systems and trying to break away from being stuck in the systems. But because these times are so hectic and so chaotic, that you're seeing people return to the what is comfortable, what is known, and what is safe. It's not safe out here. We got to get to safety, because the systems were breaking down and the systems need to be put back together. So there is a return to what is comfortable, what is safe, and you're seeing a big amount of people turning that direction and walking back in. So if you're someone who's going back to something that was familiar to you, it's not that it's a wrong or right choice. It's the fact that if you were out and you try to put yourself back in, you're never going to find that happiness, because the on this path over here that is breaking free and breaking away from those things was bringing you a sense of freedom, liberation, happiness, joy. Whereas over here, it was just bringing back safety and comfort and predictability. So we had to get back to the predictability. Whereas being the fire sign, and you're seeing it on a world scale, like this is collective world energy that's coming in that I'm picking up here. So this is a prediction kind of energy that you witness, you bear witness. And it's like, so if you've been journeying on a path into something new and breaking out and breaking free of having to be in that system, you're going to really truly see a lot going back in. You maybe want to go back in yourself. You have free will. Everyone has free will, but your destiny, something of that awakening process was saying, that was not for me. I left it for a reason. I was worn out. I was exhausted. And you will find the exact same things back here as you found, no matter what it was, no matter what job it was. It will be the same. It'll be familiar. And sometimes you're just going to have content yourself with, that's what I'm just accepting this. So you may just be accepting that this is life and this is as good as it gets. And I'm just going to settle with this. Not bad, not bad, not good, not wrong, not right, but what is for you. If we're choosing over here, it means you're walking through the unbeaten path. And the unbeaten path, you may have been so close that you could have touched it, but you turned around. So, or you may be that close that you don't quit on yourself. Don't quit on your own instincts, because fear is guiding you back over here, is what I'm getting. And you have to be very aware of which part of yourself is taking you where, because the ego's desire is to always get us back to comfort. The soul's desire is to get us closer to home, is to get us closer to our own authenticity, to beat to our own drum, to find that sense of happiness and joy within. And so I'm bearing witness to this all over the place. You're watching it, and everybody's just quickly going back into that shell. And it's very interesting to watch. So for some reason, a lot of Leo energy is tied to this, and maybe because it's tied to the fire energy. And so we'll see a big change of this. I feel like you're going to see a big change of this when you see Sagittarius rolling through the energy in December. And when we start to move back into a fire sign and into a fire energy, is when there may be some real ahas and realization of, oh God, what did I do? I'm back here. And then, I don't know, it just feels like in December is when it will start to really reveal itself, and you'll really see it, feel it, sense it. And some people are just going back to sleep because can't be uncomfortable. Right. And I'm like, I just keep touching. I feel like people are insecure. So there's an insecurity. That's what I'm getting. It's like, am I enough? Is this enough? I'm like, what is this feeling I'm feeling all over my body? And it's, am I enough? It's like looking over your shoulder, which leads us into what would bring in like the devil card, right? This is where the tarot devil card would come in. It's like, oh, the world is kind of making me feel insecure. There's an insecurity outside. It's like, oh, what will people think? Who will I be? What will happen? Is this good enough? I don't feel good enough. And so there's a lot of chatter of the shadow. So we're seeing the rise of the shadow energy again. And I've been speaking about this in all of the lives, that the rise of the shadow is making a comeback. And the shadow is making a comeback because the unpredictability, the fear is trying to bring back the illusions, right? That trying to bring back into what is safe. We need to get the systems rebuilt. We need to get people back into this. We need to get people back into being hypnotized. We've been hypnotized since we're born, right? And so there is this energy, and it's coming up in Leo. So I feel like I feel, and I only recorded Aries yet. So I do feel like this is coming through in December, and my Leo energies, you're going to be feeling the influence of it big time. If you're someone who's been really trying to charter out on your own, looking at your own businesses, doing your own businesses, creating your own plan, living your own life, the shadow is going to make a big return, and you're going to feel like backing up and turning around and going back to what's comfortable. Be very careful that the shadow is not the aspect of yourself that is making the decisions for your future. The awakening of the connection to our soul is the thing that leads us forward. And it's no different than when we're ascending, when we're advancing in life, is there's less at the penthouse than there is in the basement. And you're just seeing the flooding of the basements. You're seeing the flooding of the bottom floor. And I just see a flood of people flooding back into old ways, old patterns, and not trusting themselves or trusting the wisdom that they have in them. Remember, that could possibly be you, or it could be the people around you. Who knows? I don't know, but it's coming up. Also, for some of my Leos, I do see the possibility of, if you've been someone who's been really waiting to have a child, I see the possibility of some way a children kind of flooding into your life, like the fertility. I see fertility in that, in the next few months, kind of coming in. Yeah, but a new kind. There's a lot of new, fresh, new energy coming in for you, Leo, and I'm not sure you know what to do with it. It's a very odd energy. It's a very odd time, and it just feels like you're really out of your element and out of your skin. It's like out of yourself, and so there's a lot of outer body experiences, a lot of new energy, a lot of new opportunity. It's almost like the zodiac of Leo is ascending into a new sense of self. You know where else I got this? I got this in the Aries somehow too. It's almost as if we could rewrite the stars. The stars have realigned, moved around. So the Leo energy is really making some sort of comeback or some sort of advancement, and really advancing, really ascending into something more. I just see the fire just burning, the love, like it just feels like love. And there's just so much love in the energy of Leo. And so sunshine and butterflies and rainbows makes sense to me, because it just feels like you could you're on your yellow brick road, but you're so close to like the emerald tablet, the emerald city. There's just something so magical that feels like it's in the energy. Do not lose your magic. Do not lose out on the opportunity to take advantage of this magical energy, even though the world will be kind of crumbling and going crazy around you. Keep skipping, keep dancing, keep walking, keep moving, and do not give up on yourself, your dreams, and your future the way that you know in your heart it's meant to be. Don't let the outside influences of somebody's opinion says, "Oh, are you sure about that?" Don't let the doubts, the fears, the insecurities take over. Don't let the shadow make a comeback. This is your way to your authenticity. Keep walking, keep going, keep doing, and keep being the best of you. Keep finding those golden nuggets of life, of the good experiences, of the beautiful people you may have met along the line. And I feel like for some of you, you may be re-meeting, rediscovering, or reconnecting to one of those beautiful people that you may have met in your past. And I just see like sparks flying and something just reigniting, some sort of love, some sort of passion. But this is also meeting that part of you again that you haven't seen in this lifetime, but your soul knows who you are more than you could ever possibly know who you are. So there's strong soul connections coming up. And I just see sparks and butterflies and rainbows. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. Leo, stay true to you, and don't go against your own intuition. Trust yourself. Send you so much love, and have a beautiful rest of the year. If you're in Newfoundland and you're listening to this, I will be in Newfoundland. Go check out my website, and you can see in the links in the section below. But you can go check out where I am and buy tickets on Eventbrite if you want to see me. I'm in Corner Brook, Gander, Grand Falls, and St. John's. And so I will be, the St. John's is not up, it will be going up in the next day. And I will be hosting 2 nights in St. John's, and I will be doing 2 different events in Grand Falls, and then Corner Brook and Gander will be 1 event each for each of those places. So I send you so much love. And if you want to join me in a new and upcoming course, I almost forgot that I have the way of the mystic, which is starting on the 18th of September. It's one of my favorite master classes to teach, and I look forward to being able to share it. It is about that leveling up and that advancement in our consciousness. Being a mystic is one of the most powerful things that I can say that I didn't know I was until I start to realize that what I was doing was not the way that not the way all people were existing. And it really opened my eyes and took me on many fascinating journeys throughout without even having to leave home most times. So I'm looking forward to being able to share a lot of that with you in a 4-week online class. So if you would like to join me there, come join me. And I am in Lacombe, Alberta on the 21st of September. So you can come see me in person, come to my intuition class in Lacombe. Everything's on my website and on Eventbrite. And then the classes are also on More Than Existing, the mteacademy.ca. I send you much love. Take care. Bye-bye.